How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more Pokemon TCG stuff. So, my friends at Pokemon, as I showed in the last video, they were kind enough to send me some theme decks, the Zamazenta and the Zacian theme deck, from the newest set, Pokemon Sword and Shield Rebel Clash. In addition to that, they have sent along an Elite Trainer box, which is a pretty nifty box kind of collection thing. It has some things to help newer players get started, and it also is even cool for advanced players. So here's a look at what is inside of this thing. So there are 8 booster packs of the newest Pokemon Sword and Shield Rebel Clash set. So that's pretty neat. There's 65 card sleeves featuring Caparaja, 45 energy cards. So that's a great way to get some energy cards if you're just getting started to the game. There's a player's guide to the Rebel Clash expansion, which I don't know, I'll have to take a look at that. There's a rule book, there's 6 damage counter dice. That's those things you see here to keep track of your damage counters or how much damage is on. Oh, that's cool. It actually has like a number. We'll take a look at that once we get in there. There's a competition legal coin flip die. So you may see it says flip a coin on a lot of attacks and effects and stuff like that. So often, people roll dice. I mean, that's how it goes. If it's an even number, it's heads. If it's an odd number, it's tails. But yeah, it's a competition legal coin flip die, so you can use it to any tournament, or in any tournament you go to. There's 2 acrylic condition markers. That's those things right there. A collector's box to hold everything with 4 dividers to keep it organized, which that'll be really cool. It'll look like this, even though this box is kind of big. This part here ends up like shrinking down, which is actually pretty nifty. And then there's a code card for the Pokemon trading card game online. So this whole package here, as far as I know, retails for about $39.99 US for a standard set. So that works out to be, well, you get 8 packs in there. They're usually about $4 each US. So it's about then $8 for the box, the sleeves, the energy cards, the the dice, the coin, the marker. So, you know, it's not too bad. Like, if you look at it as you're buying packs and sleeves and a little bit of extra, cool. I think that works out well. But, you know, it's definitely a commitment if you're going to be spending $40 on a set like this. So let's take a look at it, and then you can decide if it's something that you're interested in picking up for yourself. I figured I would see if there's anything in the packs that I can use to spruce up my theme decks. Now, I don't know for sure if I'll add it like right away. Part of me kind of wants to play around with the theme decks just as they are. Also, I apologize, I just trimmed my nails, and on top of that, this is it's an interesting recording setup. I'm doing this, I'm literally reaching my hand through a tripod. So if I'm not the most dexterous, well, there you go. That is exactly why. Also, I feel like I should give the disclaimer ahead of time, because whenever I don't, there's always someone in the comments saying, why don't you do the pack trick? I don't like to do the pack trick where you like reorganize the cards from the booster pack, so you put the rare in the back. I've never liked doing that. I don't think anything will really change that. So I'm just gonna tell you in advance if that's what you're expecting. Well, yeah. Oh, this is actually kind of interesting. I'll have to show you this in a moment once I set all this stuff down. So here's the contents. Here's the player's guide, which we'll take a look at in a moment. Here's the box here. It opens up to reveal some things, which is nice. Here's the rule book in case you need to learn the rules. Now, if you have a theme deck, that should come with this as well. So it's not strictly necessary, but theoretically, you don't even need a theme deck to get started. It's just a decent way to start. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this thing, which kind of keeps it all together. Doesn't really look like it's that neat. What I wanted to show you, what I was kind of surprised about, can you see like on the inside in the background here? Like it's kind of crazy. It's like there's a Cinderace and a few things. Let's see if I can detach it here. I feel like that'd actually be cool to use as like a poster or something. I didn't even know that this was a thing. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of cool. I guess you'd probably put it vertically like this. Oh, that's awesome, actually. I kind of like that. Now I'm kind of wondering if that was in the old one I got, because I had one from Cosmic Eclipse they sent me a while back, and I didn't even look for that. Look on the inside, clever. All right, so here are the booster packs. So they're pretty neat. This is from the newest set. In fact, at the time of recording this set hasn't even officially been released yet. You can get it from, I think they still have pre-release kits. I know that the times are pretty different at the time of recording this video as far as, you know, trading card game tournaments and stuff. You know, with everything going on, it's not really practical to do in person, but there are still ways to get cards. I'll try to have a link in the description down below for where to find them. You should still be able to order them online if you're at all interested in what you see. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes. So here are the separators. We'll end up putting those in here, or you can put it in any other kind of card box if you don't want to use it for this one. They're handy just for like separating cards by different things. So here's the acrylic markers. That's to indicate you're poisoned or you're burned. You do need to have these in order to play in an official tournament, because you got to keep track of that if your opponent, or if you inflict it on yourself. So these are kind of stylish. They're kind of basic, but they get the job done. Here are the dice. So these are kind of handy. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to roll these ones. Oh, it's a 30. Ha, I rolled a 30. No, but you can use these and the power of this fantastic thing called math, where, you know, you could put like a 60 and a 90 to get 150. Nice. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't have any of these. But yeah, you can't use those for for rolling. Otherwise, hey, look at that. Oops, all heads. I guess they're all even numbers. That's my die. Yeah, that doesn't work. All right, cool. So these are actually pretty nifty. I like this one. This is a big damage die. 150, 170. Now, oftentimes if you have just like loose dice around as well, if you have one that's definitely a lot different from your main like coin flipping die, like I kind of explained a moment ago, you can use those as damage counters, where every pip on the die indicates 1 point or 10 points of damage. They always use increments of 10 in Pokemon. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Let's see what I get really fast here. It's 3. Man, I've not had good luck with that. Also, which coin didn't I flip last time? There was one that I didn't flip. It was the Zamazenta. I was editing the video for that, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll flip that in a moment, and guess what? I never did, so here you go. Hey, there we go. It is heads. 1 out of 3. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think it's just because I called it a nice deck, right? So there is the code card here that should give you, I'm not sure what it gives you, probably a bunch of stuff kind of based on this, probably some energies, probably the packs. Actually, maybe not the packs, because I think the packs actually will each still have their own code card in it. So that's kind of a thing. So here's a pack of 65 sleeves. So that's pretty handy. Again, if you started with a theme deck, this is a nice way to sleeve your deck up to get it all protected and everything, make it much nicer. It'll no longer be able to fit in this though, but that's fine. And then this is a pack of 45 energy cards, basic energy cards. So that's pretty cool. You can use that. Always good to have some extras. You do get them in booster packs, but oftentimes you'll need quite a bit of them. So I might, actually, let me open these up. I guess if we get something cool in the booster packs, I can always put a sleeve on it to keep it protected. It's always a good idea. Keep your valuable cards sleeved and protected. Okay, so what's this player's guide all about? Kind of curious. Let me move this out of the way as well. Oh, my desk. All right, so we'll kind of take a quick look here. I think it just kind of gives an overview. Oh, look at that. There's an Ice Cube V, Inteleon V Max. I guess this shows some of the powerful cards in here. Eldegoss V, Ninetales V. Oh, these are pretty cool. Oh, look at that. There's like pictures of all of them. Oh, that's really cool. So Oh, there we go. There's the spoilers. Look at all these secret rares. Oh my gosh. So yeah, these are ones that actually exceed the number in the set. So I think the set is numbered up to 192, so that'd be Sonia up there. But as you can see, there are what's often called rainbow rares, which are like a super rare variant, and they actually go past the set number. And then there's the gold rare ones, which are even rarer. Oh man, it'd be so cool if I could pull one of those, huh? So yeah, this is way nicer of a checklist than the one you get in the theme deck. Like, showing pictures of every single card, that is really cool. So that's pretty handy just on its own right. Huh, very nice. I like that. I'll have to use that as a reference. All right, so let's get opening up some booster packs. So as I mentioned earlier, I don't do the so-called pack trick. I also open up my cards slow. You know what? Sometimes people rush through them. That's totally fine if that's your style. Hey, great. If that's what you want to watch, nothing wrong with that. But I like to take a little bit of time just to kind of like read the cards with you and admire the artwork. I mean, in the new Mystery Dungeon game, there is a dedicated admire illustration button, and the art for these cards are actually one of my favorite things about them. Like, you can just collect the cards. You don't even need to play the game, and you can still get a lot of enjoyment out of it just due to the artwork. And, you know, that, like, satisfaction of getting something really cool. And just, like, seeing a bit about the cards. Okay, so let's see if I can get this going here. Oh, that's cool. So this Caterpie has Adaptive Evolution for its ability. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. Normally, you can't do that. Normally, you have to wait a turn. But it looks like Caterpie can evolve right away, so that's pretty handy. Cursed Drop on Galarian Corsola. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. That's actually not that bad for one Psychic on a basic. I wonder what its evolution does. Because it can be anything, like bench. You can put it in any way you want, so that's kind of cool. Scorch, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Oh, look at that, Shinx. Under Pressure. If your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, this attack does 50 more damage. Oh, that's such a bold little Shinx. Roly-Coly. Reverse Foil Impidimp. Kind of basic attacks, that's fine. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, that is cool. So that is a full art version, I think. Maybe they're all like that. I really don't know. But yeah, this is Toxtricity VMAX. So yeah, it evolves from Toxtricity V. It's a Gigantamax form. Your opponent gets 3 prizes if this thing gets knocked out. So you gotta keep it safe. But then again, it has 320 HP. G-Max Riot, 3 for 160 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, it does 80 more damage. So that's 3 for potentially 240 damage. Wow, that is pretty cool, I have to say. Dang. All right, I'm definitely gonna put that in a sleeve in a moment. I should really do that right now. All right, Metal Energy. Training Court. Once during each player's turn, that player may put a basic energy card from their discard pile into their hand. That's actually pretty nice. That's an effect that both players can consistently use. The Stadium card stays out all the time. Top Entry. Once during your turn, if you drew this Pokemon from your deck at the beginning of your turn and your bench isn't full, before you put it into your hand, you may put it onto your bench. That is so weird. Wow. What a weird ability. Huh. Attach a fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. That's pretty cool, actually. Metacham. Yoga Kick. Not affected by weakness or resistance. And then Psychic. 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's kind of nifty. Want the code? Want the code? I'll give it to you. You might need to wait until after the set is officially released. I don't know how they're going to do it this time around, but I know that for the trading card game online, you can enter this and you get a booster pack of that set. So there you go. First one to claim that gets that booster pack. So yeah, I'm going to tear this just so I know that it's been probably redeemed. But again, keep in mind, it might end up being, you might have to wait. So once the set is released, I don't remember off the top of my head when it releases. I know it's like the first week of May. So somewhere around there. All right, well, that's a really cool looking card. Already I'm pretty satisfied. I don't think that's gonna help either of these steel decks, unfortunately. But it is still a cool card to have, and that's pretty nice. Remember, when you get more cards, you can trade them too. That's part of the fun about, you know, the Pokemon trading card game. So you can use that. Oh my gosh, that Vulpix is so cute. It's not really good, but it's so cute. Again, I love the art. I love the art. Oh, look at this Milcery. It's also just really adorable. Oh, look at that Galarian Farfetch'd. Oh man. Oh, Galarian Meowth. Evolution Roar. You must discard 2 cards from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Galarian Berserker, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That's actually really good, because then you're guaranteed to get it basically whenever you want. So that's really nice. If the fire Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if it's knocked out, the attacking Pokemon's now burned. Wow, that's pretty harsh. Oh, there's a Galarian Berserker. Yeah, I remember this thing from the theme deck. So actually, this would be a much better Meowth than the one I have in the theme deck right now, because that's a clearly superior ability. That gives you the ability to search out for this Berserker here, which is definitely much better. I still don't think it's that great. I think the flips, they're very risky with it, but it's still kind of cool. Orb Collector. Search your deck for up to 3 energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Not overly useful, but you know. Beware. Hammer Arm and Big Throw. Flip a coin of heads, discard your opponent's active Pokemon and all attached cards. Wow. So this would be a decent card to add to either of the decks, because it's a pretty bulky Pokemon, pretty powerful, and it uses all colorless, so you don't need to worry about having like Mental Energy or anything, or any specific type. Sand Sink. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. If this Pokemon has a Cursed Shovel attached, discard 2 more cards from the top of your opponent's deck. Wow, so there's some milling with that Palisand. Wow. Milling being a strategy which involves one of the lesser used win conditions, but if your opponent runs out of cards in their deck, if they cannot fulfill the requirement of drawing a card at the beginning of their turn, then they lose the game. You end up winning it. So what you can do is you can use certain cards. There's not a lot that let you do this, but you can use certain cards to force them to discard cards from their deck. So that's called milling, and it's kind of an interesting strategy. Nose Pass, Wingull, Coffee. That is a smug coughing. Oh my gosh. Bronzor, Toxel, Tightjaw. Reverse Foil Colossal. Wow. Let me see if I can read this. It's a little hard. Once during your turn, you may attach a Fire Energy card, a Fighting Energy card, or one of each from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. What? What? One of each? That is extremely good. The ability to get back energy cards and attach them. Remember, this does not use up your normal 1 energy attachment per turn. You can attach 1 of each. That thing is really good. Holy smokes. Too bad you have to, evolve it twice to get up there, but that is really good. Oh, this is also kind of nice that gets around the rules. This Alchemy here. Decorate. Attach any number of basic energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like, so you can just drop them all down. That's pretty nice. Good way to power up quickly. Grass Energy. Dan again. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, Twin Energy. That's pretty cool. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon that isn't a Pokemon V or a Pokemon GX, it provides 2 colorless energies. So that's pretty handy. If it is attached to one of those, it's just 1 colorless instead. So it's kind of like a double colorless energy, except for things that aren't GX or Pokemon V. Phalanx, call for family. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Well, that's all right. Oh, this is kind of nice. Team Attack. Does 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has Phalanx in its name. So yeah, it's gonna do up to 90 for 2. Not like fantastic, but it's all right, I guess. Oops, sorry if I bumped the camera there. All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like so far that Galarian Persian would be all right. Also that Phalanx, even if you don't use it for its second attack, that's a decent thing to add as a starter for either of the decks, because remember, anytime you can search your deck for things, that helps speed up the process of getting your whole setup going, and that's really important for the Pokemon trading card game matches. It really is. The Psychic Clefairy, that's interesting. Shining Fingers and Magical Shot. Voltorb, Continuous Tumble, Growlithe. There's a Dreepy, Snover, Reverse Foil Garbodor. Once during your turn, if a stadium is in play, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned. Wait, poisoned you say? I feel like those two would work really well together, because then you guarantee a poison as long as there's a stadium in play. That's actually pretty nifty, even if it is Garbodor. Whoa! There's the golden secret rare. The golden scoop up net. Wow, that's so rare. Put one of your Pokemon that isn't a Pokemon V or a Pokemon GX into your hand. Discard all attached cards. So it's just like a scoop up from back in the day, except you can't use it on a V or a GX. That is so cool. Oh man, I used to love playing that back in the day with like Chansey, like the base set Chansey. There's this Mewtwo. It was, oh man, that was really good. Capture Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. When you attach this card from your hand to a Pokemon, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. That's kind of cool. It's interesting, I'll give it that. This Charjabug's cool too. Search your deck for up to 2 Lightning Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Here you go. You can have this code too. Get it quick. It's gone. It's gone. I guess one thing oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Lightning Energy. I know I talked about this last time, but Marriland, it's electric, not lightning. Oftentimes in the card game, I think it actually is referred to as Lightning Energy. I might be mistaken, but I remember that was like one of those kind of inconsistencies back from the early days. You can say either, honestly, like everyone knows what you mean, but like that's why I call it lightning as opposed to electric, just in case you were wondering. It's kind of interesting how that happens. Oh, you know what? I'm missing something very important. This thing needs to be in a sleeve. Oh yeah, wow. That's really cool. Good cards, huh? Now actually, to be honest, I would want to make sure I'm playing sleeves on this, but I feel like this would also be a very good card. And it does come in a normal version, don't worry. You don't have to get the golden version. There should be a normal version of this. But I feel like this would be very good in either the Zacian or the Zamazenta decks, because like with that Duraludon, the Zacian, or the Zamazenta, they're all basic Pokemon that you can just pick up and set right back down. You don't need to evolve them again. You discard all the energy on it, but that's not too bad, especially like with Zacian. If you get Tails with its attack and you have to discard the energy, like, you know, okay, it has 1 energy, big deal. You can discard it and heal up to full, drop it back down, you know. Galarian Corsola again. Binacle. Scyther! Swords Dance. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Blinding Scythe attack does 70 more damage. Wow, so that could do 90 for 1, but it takes a turn to set up, so I don't know. Volibee. Dreepy. Reverse Foil Ludicolo. Spirited Rushdown. This attack does 60 damage for each prize card you have taken, so I guess this is better later in the game. And then Mega Drain for 120. For 3, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Not too shabby. Dang, I'm having just crazy luck here. What the heck? Okay. All right, so Cinderace V. That looks so cool. Oh my gosh, I love Cinderace. 210 HP. It is a basic Pokemon, which I guess I should definitely remind people of. So, you know, it's kind of like the Pokemon GX where you don't have to evolve this thing from, you know, Raboot or anything like that. It's kind of an exception. It does have a V Max, I do believe, and that you evolve from the V. But yeah, you can just place this down directly, so that's pretty cool. So this is neat. Field Runner. If a stadium is in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost, so that's really handy, because being able to switch around all the time, that's very helpful. And then a nice solid 3 for 140. Nothing really fantastic as far as effects go, but it does some decent damage, so that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. All right. Oh, Skyla. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Okay, that's pretty cool. So again, a trainer card, that can include a supporter, that can include an item card, that can include a stadium card. Think of this thing up here, just in case you're new to the game. Think of that as its type, as if it were a Pokemon, but they're all considered trainer cards. It's kind of like a subtype of it. So Skyla is a very powerful thing because you can get all sorts of stuff with it, but you can only play one supporter card each turn, so yeah. Oh, look at this Luxio. Oh, it has that top entry as well, the thing that the Lampent had. That's kind of neat. It's so cute. Oh, look at that Dragcloak there. Summon. Search your deck for a Dreepy and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Nice. All right, here you go. I'm giving these things out like candy. So again, first one to redeem that gets it, but it might have to wait. Might have to wait until the set's actually released. So write it down or something, or check back on the video, right? Okay, so that was 5 packs. And look at all this stuff I have already. Now, again, I just have to say, it is completely random. You could end up with absolutely nothing. You know, I don't think they've sent me, like, the magical box. I don't think they have the power to do that. But, you know, sometimes you can get really good boxes. Like, I know I've gotten just, I don't know, a few, oh, those, like, blister sets. And sometimes they're just, like, really good. Like, the ones I bought from the store, like, ones that haven't been sent to me. Because, of course, this one was sent to me by my friends at Pokemon. Thank you. But yeah, you know, it's not like a guarantee you're gonna get good stuff. You could get great stuff, you could get not as great stuff. That's how it goes with the trading card game. Pretty much any game. Any trading card game. Find a friend, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. That's also a pretty nice one colorless attack. Helps you get everything out. Leap out, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. See ya! Meditite, just having a little stretch. Yoga Shock. Stunky. Stunky! Poison Gas. That's a pretty bad attack, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Reverse Foil Caterpie. Seen that before. Arcanine! Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If this Pokemon has a Burning Scarf attached, it gets plus 100 HP. That's a lot. And we saw that Burning Scarf before too. This is pretty decent. Like, it doesn't really do much other than a lot of damage and have a lot of HP, but it's not a Pokemon V. You only get one prize card if you knock it out, so that's pretty decent. Speed Lightning Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides Lightning Energy. When you attach this card from your hand to a Lightning Pokemon, draw 2 cards. That's actually pretty handy. Like, if you're already playing Electric Energy or Lightning Energy, it gives you a way to draw some extra cards when you attach. Pelipper, kind of cool. Pretty nifty. All right. So what do we have in here? Pack number 7 out of the 8 in here. I'd say I did pretty well so far. Absolutely nothing to complain about. All right. Dreepy. Snover. Well, okay, the one thing to complain about is I haven't gotten that much actually for my theme decks to upgrade them, but that's fine, you know. A Nugget. You can play this card only if you drew it from your deck at the beginning of your turn before you put it into your hand. Draw 3 cards. That's really wild. They're making a lot of cards like that. Oh, here we go. Here's this Galarian Cursola. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, flip a coin. If heads, the attacking Pokemon is knocked out. That's so gross. I hate that. There's this Gengar from way back that had an ability like that, and I hated it so much. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. That's also pretty nasty. I feel like it doesn't necessarily synergize that well with the Corsola, the Corsola, I'm sorry. But oh well. Alright, Horror Psychic Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides Psychic Energy. If the Psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Imagine having a few of those on your Psychic Pokemon. So again, it provides the Psychic Energy, but if it's attached to a Psychic Pokemon, you get that extra effect. But it's a special energy, so you can only play 4 of them in your deck max. You can't just run like 20 of them, let's say. Heat more with Lick and Flamethrower. Kind of interesting, I guess. Morpeko, Torment. Choose one of your opponent's attacks. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use that attack. That's mean. And then Spark. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Huh. Interesting. Not overly great, but interesting nonetheless. All right, final pack. Final pack. Let's see. So I guess one other thing you could do with the Zacian and Zamazenta decks, they're both metal decks, but you could probably end up going dual type with it without much problems because, you know, I know one of them used, what was it, Unfezant? And I don't remember what Corviknight needed for its attacks, but I feel like you could, I think it uses metal too, but yeah, I feel like you could still add in another type if you wanted, so, you know. All right, Lotad, Mini Drain, Clefairy, Voltorb, Growlithe, it's kind of neat, Galarian Mr. Mime, Icy Wind and Triple Spin. Not really a great set of moves, but oh well. Cramorant! Oh man, the art. I love it. Dive, flip a coin of heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon, and Hydro Pump does 20 more damage for each water energy attached to this, so that's actually pretty good. The second attack's good. Dive, not so much, but, you know, it's alright. It's kind of interesting. Masquerain, threatening pattern. During your opponent's next turn, energy can't be attached from your opponent's hand to the defending Pokemon. Ooh. Then you turn 40 and you switch it with one of your bench. There's a normal Nugget. Tranquil. And that is it. 8 code cards. So yeah, anyway, that's what I ended up getting in my 8 packs. I'd say that was really darn good. I didn't get like a ton necessarily to upgrade my theme decks, but again, if I look through the cards, maybe I'll see, oh yeah, you know what? I did get a lot of fire Pokemon. Maybe I could add like the Cinderace and the Arcanine and the Burning Scarfs in and like take a few things out. Like, I don't know about that Galarian Berserker. I know that there's like a different one, I think, that it looked a little stronger. I didn't get that one. Actually, where is it? You know what? I have this handy guide, right? So, I know I saw it somewhere, right? Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be so cool to like look through and see everything. No, maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, this only shows that one there. Wait, what's the, Oh, this one. What is this? See, it has like an ability. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's from an older set that they reprinted, or maybe I'm just being silly. I don't know. But whatever the case, yeah, you know, I guess I could get rid of that if it's not really doing much for me. But yeah, that being said, I'd say this was pretty successful, but it's pretty neat. You know, the dice, the damage dice, these are pretty cool to keep track of how much damage is on your Pokemon. You'll probably need a few, although the fact that it's not just like 1 for 1, like you have your big numbers, you have like a kind of a variety, that is pretty cool. And then of course the die over here, kind of nice, although I still love flipping coins, I can't help it, all right? And you can put everything back into this nice box here, which I'm trying to do with one hand from a distance, but yeah, it kind of fits in here snugly. Well, anyway, I think that'll do it. I still have a booster box that I'll be opening up in another video, but I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, huge thanks to my friends at Pokemon for sending me this stuff to unbox for you all to check out. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, everyone.